Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. In the previous video, I talked about repairing a few leaks, and I did repair those leaks, but with those leaks now repaired, I found more leaks. Today, that's exactly what we're gonna do. These Astro vans are notorious for having water leaks, mainly all throughout the van, and we definitely have water leaks in the back of the van. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the few leaks that I did repair, then I'll show you some other leaks that we are going to tackle today. All right guys, so stay tuned. So this is one of the repairs. It's basically that this gutter-like gasket had quite a few rips and it was dripping straight down through the window sill. So I repaired that, that's not leaking anymore. Another leak was this third brake light. Basically, it wasn't having a good enough sill and the water was getting underneath and leaking out of these two holes. So I'm gonna demonstrate the gasket leak, and as you can see, as Tara's pouring water down the window, it's leaking all down the window. So a lot of water leaks so far. So the roof rack has these guys connecting it. That one's a little wet. And this one's actually pretty bad. So you see the hole is just coming straight through. So that is an open hole to the roof. So basically it's leaking straight through this gasket. Not only will it leak outside of here and come down on the inside the window, but it will also leak through the inside and come down and puddle right here. That's strictly from this gasket here, so we are going to replace that. This is the replacement. So in order to move the window, because you have to move the window to change out the gasket, you need to drill out these rivets.
It's done, it's off, I got it.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So now both the windows off, now let's pull off the gasket. That's gross. So what was happening is that the water would basically get into this seam here. See how open it is? And the water would get inside there and basically fall down. Especially this seam right here. That's a very open seam. So I went ahead and cleaned where the gasket sits on the window frame with my favorite cleaner. We'll see how this does. It's a totally different product, but I think it'll work. Now let's install the new gasket. You might think that you need some type of adhesive for this to stay on, but you really don't. It's such a tight fit. Let's reinstall the windows. But first, let's see what Tara's doing. She's cleaning them.
Yep.
The previous guy who owned this van was some sort of painter or something, and he had paint all over the van, or has paint all over the van. So we are removing it off these windows since they're off the van. And the rippers I had is a little bit bigger than these holes, so I just drilled the holes a bit larger so I didn't have to go out and get more rivets. And of course you gotta act like Picasso and prevent it from rusting. Let that dry. And the bracket holding the window also had to be drilled out on one hole on each bracket. We are going to see if it's gonna leak because that gasket is smaller. So that didn't work out as planned because, as you might have seen, the gasket was too small. It was incorrect dimensions. I'm gonna go ahead and order another gasket that's gonna be the correct dimensions. Amazon to the rescue, and we got some pretty heavy duty gaskets, so hopefully this will do the job. I'm not gonna make you watch all this because you just watched it, so I'm gonna super fast forward it. As you can see, we made a bed, budget friendly bed, I think, cheaper than what I've seen, and that is already uploaded, so you can check that out. And it was pretty fun making, so hope you like it when you watch it, because you're gonna watch it. Okay, so let's go ahead and move this. Be sure to watch the entire video because I do talk about one more leak that I did not discuss at the beginning of the video, so stay tuned. And here is the water test. No leaks. That's good. Now let's do that side. Now, since those are tucked and squared away, we need to do the roof rack. Not fun, because there's gonna be rust and big gaping holes that I don't want to deal with. Let's just do it. So here's the roof rack, and here's where the big hole that you saw underneath is, and it's pretty bad. As you can see, it's dented anyways, and I'm gonna ultimately make my own DIY roof rack. And we'll be using these grommets to fill the holes. That's stripped. They easily stripped. What can I do? I'm gonna grind it. So I tried to move all the bolts, and I tried all one side, and each bolt stripped so easily. So I saved you the time and didn't put that in this video, but basically all the bolts are pretty crap. So went ahead and angle grinded the rest of it. And with that, the nuts that were holding these bolts in were like pressed into the roof, so they don't remove very easy. So I had to remove them. And this is the way I did it. Definitely not the conventional way to do it, but they're just so shot that I could basically easily pull it out because it's so rusted out. So that's what I did. Now I'm sizing the closest grommet that would fit these holes, and I got 11.6 millimeters. So I measured that on my step down drill bit and drilled out the hole to be that size, and went ahead and checked if it's waterproof, and it is. So I did the rest of the holes just like that. And of course I have to get rid of all the rust around it so it doesn't rust in the future. And this is definitely a temporary fix because I will be doing a DIY roof rack, hopefully here kind of pretty soon. I absolutely hate using the grinder, but they look pretty good. Did every single one of them. I'll do the rest of the roof another day. I just need this done for tomorrow because we're going camping again. Now time for some rust inhibitor paint. You are, hang on, good. All right, so that's all anti-rusted up. Now we need to wait for that to dry and before we can add these grommets. So the next leak is the license plate tag holder. And it just looks old. So we're gonna replace it with this one. And went ahead and put some gasket all around it so it won't leak in the future. Now since all that's dry, let's do these holes. Now I just started to push in all the grommets. Pretty straightforward here. I needed some forceful moves here to put them in. How that works. All right guys, so that is it. The entire van is leak proof. It's no more leaks. Did the roof, windows, what What else did I do? I did this guy. This is not leaking anymore. We will be taking the van camping again on the 3rd camping trip, so that's exciting, tomorrow night. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, then I'll see you in the next one. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. It means a lot. And comment down below what you think about this video and what kind of leaks you have been having, so other people who come to this video will potentially talk about their leaks and we can collaborate all together. I'm sure I'm going to end up having more leaks in the future. This is Chris with AutoMotivate, and Tara and Layla right over there. I'll see you in the next van build or my other content. I have a lot of different advice on my channel, so check that out too. It helps out a lot of people. Bye guys.